All right, so I'm Kyle Johnson, and we're here with Davis Diamond and Skyler Diamond, known together as Very Nice Person.
Yeah.
And you guys had an amazing set, and this was your first festival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's our second festival.
Yeah, this is our second festival. It was we played Electric Forest like in June, but this is like a new set. So this is one of the first shows with this new set.
Nice.
Really fun.
It was also like our first time playing with the big LED screen, so we got to put visuals behind it, which was big.
Yeah.
I heard you guys mention that during your set, visuals.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys want to focus on in the future?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Creating that aesthetic, that vibe?
Yeah.
Our first kind of couple shows that we started doing, we kind of made it an important thing to do them outside, and we live in Malibu, and fortunately we have like a super amazing backyard, and so we've kind of just been doing little shows in our backyard, and then kind of setting up in other places in Malibu, and like doing kind of like sunset shows.
Just our friends' backyards and stuff, you know.
That's pretty cool.
And we'll kind of play more mellow music.
Yeah.
But, you know, for this stuff, it's like kind of more, we played like a more dancey kind of electronic set, which is kind of, I feel like leans into the visuals and the lights and all that stuff.
For us, like, visuals are super important. I reckon for live, we're just started getting into it. Like, that was our first, this one and kind of the last one. The last one was super cool too, because we played just not even expecting any visual, but there was like this guy who was taking pictures of like oil in a little petri dish, and then was like putting like lights on it, and it was like, and then like it was crazy. I don't know how to describe it.
I think it's old school lighting. I think that's how it used to be, like for all lighting.
But
we're younger, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it looks sick.
It was sick.
We were
Cool,
psyched.
man.
It's really fun. Yeah.
So that creative process, you guys are involved in every step of the way, from visuals to making the beats to songwriting.
Yeah, it's very collaborative always. Like
Yeah.
I think we don't shy away from it. Like I love working with a lot of people and getting different opinions on stuff and kind of collaging things together.
Speaking of collaboration, what do you guys have planned in the future? I mean, you guys are making waves already.
Thank you.
A little bit closer.
Yeah, I didn't. You want to?
Oh, yeah, for collaborations and stuff, we have a really cool squad of musicians that we work with. We've like, there's a lot of cool people who make a lot of cool music in LA and stuff, and we're fortunate enough to get to work with a lot of them. Like our friend like Carter, we've been working with like Carter Lang. He's super dope.
Nice.
He's done he did like the new SZA stuff, and he's just an amazing producer.
Have you guys just been on the West Coast so far?
Yeah.
I spent a lot of, like, our house is in Malibu, and it worked out for us. Like a big point for us was actually during the pandemic, a lot of musicians would normally be on tour, and amazing musicians, and that whole thing shut down. And then also like writing camps also kind of suffered a bit, I would say. Not as much, but it definitely suffered. And then, you know, that they were all available, and you know, when you're a musician, you have to make music. Where it's like we surf too, and it's like if you don't surf or you're not making music, you just start to go a bit crazy. And, they just wanted to work on music, and it was like this ended up working out really well, where we were able to get a lot of our friends to come drive out to Malibu, who usually live in LA or are touring or working on whatever crazy album that they're working on, and just kind of got to work with them. And then that's what it's all about, keeping it exciting and interesting, and you got to make new music always, and like do different albums and stuff.
Yeah, we have a really cool squad of musicians to work with. For artists too, we really want to get into like producing stuff for other people. Like there's other people like we really like. We work with this guy Angel Number 8, he's so sick.
Nice.
Angel's the best. He's the dude. We've been making a lot of music with him for like a few years, like a pretty long time. Not much is like, there's nothing out yet, but we're gonna put in a little record out with him too, and that'll be really fun. He's really cool. He's a legend. And he's one of the nicest, coolest people too.
His name's also Angel. That's why he's tripping out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's so cool.
So, do you guys consider yourselves Cali boys? Is that the vibe you're going for?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what Cali boy. I don't know if that's
say
like a certain group demographic that we don't know about, but yeah, we're from Malibu and we live
I
there.
don't know. We're kind of like, I don't know. You know, it's kind of, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Well, I say that because I mean, a little birdie told me that your dad
Yeah.
is
Oh yeah.
Mike D.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the Beastie
Brooklyn.
Boys.
Very,
Yeah.
Very.
Totally different.
Yeah.
just-
We like grew up in New York, kind of like we would go to school there, and then we'd come out. We have a house in Malibu, and we'd come out there in the summertime, and then, you know, when I was about 13 or 12 maybe.
You were younger.
Oh, younger, yeah. He
I was like 13. We our parents separated. They're cool, but our parents separated, and then they moved to Malibu, and we have this house that we go to in the summers and whatnot.
That's sick.
And me and him and our mom moved there for a little bit, and then and right now, like, it's super cool. We kind of live at that house, and they have houses around the corner. And
Nice.
then they come for their days when they want to hang out and stuff. We're a bit older, you know, so it's not like they need to watch us like every
Right.
day. But it's
And then,
kind
yeah,
of the best property. Like,
yeah.
there's dogs and chickens, and it's just beautiful. So it's hard. It'd be hard to leave, dude.
You guys are living the good life already. You guys already got a glimpse of kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that all the clips we showed in the show, that was actually Bali.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We went to school in Bali and lived there for like a little, spent some time there, and that's how we got into music.
Yeah, we spent like 2 years there, and we got into music through that. And yeah, we got into music because there was an Ableton class, and the math teacher taught it, and he taught us all how to like use Ableton and gave us all cracked versions of Ableton and Omnisphere and Contact and stuff. And yeah, that's how we started making music. And we
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
so fun, yeah. It was sick.
How would you describe your style of music? It's kind of like dreamy and
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like we always have a hard time kind of trying to.
So
put it
that
in-
set was kind of interesting for us, at least, because those songs, like all those 5 songs we did, we made in the last month or 2 months, for like doing festivals and stuff and doing shows like this. We have like a few different kinds. So our first EP, which is coming out slowly, it's coming out with this animation called When the Sun Explodes, where each song gets an animated visual, like an animated like
Nice.
kind of music video, and it all works together in like an overarching series and stuff. So the EP will be a short animated film. The last song and episode comes out in December, maybe like early January latest. We're just dropping them as our animator finishes them. We kind of were like, how do we release music? And because we really wanted to do music videos, but we didn't want to just do music videos.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I don't want to make music, you know, like
Yeah.
everybody. It's like, oh, you have a
Everybody
song,
does
you
that.
make a music video.
So
Right.
we thought
Yeah.
it was a more interesting way of doing that for us.
Very cool.
So we're dropping those as our animator finishes them, and our first EP is kind of like crazier, more, and it's like the way we made music at that time was very collagey. Like it was peak COVID time kind of when we made a lot of that stuff. So it was a lot of the musicians that would be touring were like hanging out with us and doing jams at our house. So we would like take we'd take like 3 pieces of one jam and a few pieces of another jam, and kind of figure out what vocal to do over it and put them in the same key, and then kind of figure out how to make them a song and then collage them into a song together. So a lot of our first and second EP are all like kind of collage, like more
Right.
intense music. And then we have this EP, which we just played live, which will hopefully be, it'll be like a mini like album or little EP, and that'll come out I think around February or March.
Wow.
And
Okay.
that's our more like dancey stuff, you know? That's our more like, yeah, that's like our techno set.
So you guys got a busy couple months ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess, yeah, when you release music, it's definitely, you're like, oh, you'll put it out, but you do have to spend more time on it, and it's like, I think it's an interesting process for artists, because when you're making music, you're just focused on making music, or for us, we're focused on making music and making songs, and then you have to think about, oh, how do we put this out? What goes with it, all that kind of stuff.
So many
Right.
songs are released now. It's really hard to get your stuff heard and whatnot. So we spent a lot of time and put a lot of like thought into that. I think too much so. We kind of realized that we had to just release music. Like we did that whole animation thing, and animation just takes a long time. I'm really happy we did it because I think in the end it's going to be like really cool, and it could be like we have it written for the second EP and for like and kind of know what the plot would be too for like an album almost. So
Nice.
it could be like an overarching thing. Like it could be like a little like series if it does well and whatnot, or it's just that season and whatnot. And I'm happy with it. It's like it's cool. I'm really happy we did it. It's our animator's name is Hannah. She's really cool.
Nice.
She's awesome. She's been crushing it. She's really cool to work with. She's really creative.
Are you involved in the creative process of animation?
Yeah.
Like,
we met. We got introduced to a creative director, Stephanie, and she had the idea. She came out to Malibu, hung out a bit, and she was like, "All right, you guys are like animated characters. Like your life is like animation. How can we do this?" And then, but that's like such a loose concept, so we kind of had to. We have like references to animation, and we kind of storyboarded, got the whole thing
Us
together
and our
with
friend
her.
Steph, and also we got a lot of help. Our mom's a director and writer too. She's made directed a lot of movies and stuff. And so we worked on it a lot with her, and also our friend Cara. She's the girlfriend of our friend Jason, who kind of got us into making music. He's awesome. He's
Nice.
the best.
Nice.
We have like a lot. He pretty much just played on like every single song we've like made. He's the best. But so we wrote it kind of with that team of Steph, our mom, and this Cara, and this lady Cara, who's super cool. She's awesome.
Nice.
And we found this animator through our friend Mia, and she introduced us. She's part of our musician squad. She's really talented, and she connected us with this with our animator Hannah, and it just kind of worked out perfectly. She just got out of school and was looking for something creative and fun to do, a nice project,
Right
and
on.
we were like, we had this thing, and animation houses are crazy expensive and everything, so it was best. I don't know, we couldn't afford to do the whole thing like with an animation house. Like it's crazy what they charge. So we did it with her, and it's honestly been so much better. I'm really happy we did it. It's really cool. But so that'll all be out soon. Yeah, end of December, January kind of time.
Very nice, very nice. But you guys are making waves here at Portola. You guys are making waves in the music scene. It must run in the genes or something. Before I let you go, is there any other show that you're looking forward to seeing here at Portola? You guys gonna stick around for the day?
Yeah. That was like, we were happy to do this festival because there's like a lot more of musicians and artists we like playing here, which is like rare for us because we
Right.
don't listen to a lot of new music. And at festivals, we're like, all right, people are like, oh, what festivals do you want to play? And we're like, it really doesn't matter. Like,
Any and all.
I'm like,
Whatever's cool, whatever's in a nice area usually. But yeah, this one especially, like we're really excited to see this band Jockstrap. They're really interesting. They put out a new album that's really interesting.
Little Sims is playing.
Little Sims.
Her stuff's dope, and it's cool seeing other people play live. You kind of, because as a musician, you have songs and then you have to figure out how you play them live. And I feel like for those artists too, it's like the same process with us, where it's like, how are you translating that live?
They have harder music to play live. Like we kind of made that new set because we have a lot of music. Like our first EP is kind of the collage music, and that's hard to play live because every section has different instruments and stuff, but it's pretty much the same chords, so that's nice. But we have also newer music that's like kind of, we got into this era of Brazilian music that's like Arthur Veracai and like Quarteto MC kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they make they write really cool songs, and it's kind of, it's intense to perform live, like it's complicated. And so we made a lot of like
Right.
stuff kind of like that with like, of course in our own direction, but like we just like listened to that a lot, and we were like, oh, the way they write songs is interesting, like how can we make our songs like do that and work and like be our music still.
Right.
So we did that, and that'll be out probably like fall and whatnot. But yeah, we did all that, and we were like, wow, this is really hard to play live. We need to make this easier. So
Right.
yeah, that's kind of we did that to make it easier. But
You guys, man.
yeah, that was fun.
Right on. Well, thank you guys.
I had one last question.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the name Very Nice Person?
Yeah, people ask us that. Like, Davis was using the name VNP for a while, and then we kind of started to work together on, like, all right, this is our group together, VNP. And then we still don't know who it was, like, very nice person. Does it stand for very nice person? And we were like, no, but it should, and and then we just went with that.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for having us on this. We're stoked to
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was KDVS 90.3 FM.
Oh yeah.